Hello and welcome to Corporate Gone Country. I'm an ex-corporate guy just trying to do country things. And the country things that we're going to be doing today is we're going to be hanging a photocell light on a utility pole. This is the old light that we had out here. It doesn't work anymore. And this utility pole has been decommissioned from bringing electricity in the house. Here's the junction box that we have. There's not anything in the junction box other than service to the house. So we have plenty of spots for this light to be hooked up to. The wires you see in the red circle there are from an old water well that's decommissioned, and we'll demo those before the project is over. And we're just going to go ahead and mount it on the top of this pole. It's only going to be about 15 feet up in the air. So here's the box for our light. It's rated at 6,000 to 10,000 lumens. This is another side of the box that gives you a little bit of information on lighting performance. The graphic on the left shows you that you get about a 56-foot diameter coverage distance when you mount the light at 15 feet. There are some adjustments on the light. The left knob is the color temperature. You can either have warm white, cool white, or daylight. And the knob on the right is for the lumens. There's a 6,000 setting and a 10,000 lumen setting. This light has a photocell on top. When the sun goes down, the light turns on, and when the sun comes up, the light turns off. This elbow comes separately, and there's a mounting bracket that we'll use to attach the elbow to the light pole. We're using this 14 gauge 3-strand copper wire, and we're just going to string it through some PVC conduit. This conduit is 5/8 of an inch in diameter on the inside diameter of it. And then we'll cement the PVC conduit together with this conduit solvent cement. We're not electricians by any means, but we know enough to know that we have a hot wire black, a neutral wire white, and a ground wire green. So here we've attached black to black, white to white, and ground to ground. And we've made the connections with wire nuts. We strung the wire through the elbow, and now we're making the attachment of the elbow to the light fixture itself. We tighten up the connection, and we'll be ready to put the elbow up on the mounting bracket on the pole. So we'll mount it on the pole like this, with the wire hanging out of the elbow. Here's the bracket. It's got 2 square-shouldered bolts to clamp it tight, and it's got 4 screw holes to screw it on to the utility pole. And here's the clamp and elbow installed at the top of the pole. Looking good so far. Now let's install the conduit. You can see the conduit runs into the bottom of the mounting bracket. But there's enough penetration of the smaller diameter conduit up into the elbow of this mounting bracket that rain shouldn't be an issue, moisture shouldn't be an issue. It protrudes in there about 6 inches. We still have to spray some foam in there. And we just come down to the junction box right here, and we'll put an extension between the junction box and that fitting. We simply use these conduit clamps to attach the conduit to the pole to keep it nice and tight.
There's a little O-ring on the underside of it.
We did remember to put the cover plate on the conduit body, so that's done. Okay, so we've hooked it up electrically. We have the black wire coming into the circuit breaker. We have the white wire and the ground wire going into the ground bus. And we went up on top of the pole and covered up the photocell, and the light came on. So it works in the daytime. Now let's see when the sun goes down if the light comes on automatically. One thing that concerns us is the photocell has an arrow on it that wants you to point it north. We're not doing this. We're actually going to point it due south. So we're not following the instructions, but we expect that it's going to work anyway. We tried to reorient the photocell. It just unplugs from the top of the light, but we could never get it to plug in a different direction. So we're stuck with this orientation. Again, we'll just try to make it work. Well, we finished the installation. We demoed those other wires that were in the box. We got the conduit up. We got the bracket and the elbow and the light up. So it's time to see if it works. Well, it's 14 minutes after sunset. And guess what just came on? Just when I walked out the door, we got light. Yeah, that photocell worked just like it was supposed to. And I am impressed with the coverage area for the light. I think it matches what was on the box. So it looks like we've had a successful install. Well, thank you for watching today's episode of Corporate Gone Country. I'm an ex-corporate guy just trying to do country things. We very much appreciate your viewership. We hope that you'll like and subscribe. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the future.